Hello everyone and welcome to another Star Citizen Addicts Anonymous. Today I'm going to be talking specifically to those of you that may have just come back from watching that wonderful demo of version 3.0 of Star Citizen Alpha. So you've pledged for the game, you've bought your ship, and you've seen this wonderful and amazing and detailed look into what life in the PU is going to be like in a few short months. Not today. So what is available today is much different than what you're going to see in 3.0. Right now, we're sitting in our habitat module. This is where you spawn in at. This is on Port Olisar, a space station. I guess it's orbiting. It doesn't seem to move, but orbiting around Crusader. Maybe it's in a geosynchronous orbit. Your room doesn't have much in it, and it's not really your room because it won't be your room, but the one time that you spawn in, each time you'll spawn into a different one. Each one has a locker over here. You already have your spacesuit on, so you don't have to do this, but you can change your clothes if you like. But leave your spacesuit on because the next thing we want to do is go out and get our ship. So there's a lot of detail here inside the station. A lot of detail that's missing the most important detail, which is NPCs, or other people. Now we're playing early in the day, and there are lots of people that are in the game, but they're all at the other space station, the Outlaw space station named Grim Hex. We'll talk about getting there in a future video. Today, I just want to bring you around the station, show you the different things that are here. So it'll be an area to hang out with your friends in the future. There's a bunch of machines to buy soda in and the like. There's some areas over here under construction. Stay here too long, they'll tell you it's not safe. They'll tell you to get out.
This area is not safe. Please keep moving.
But down these stairs is the main level. The level where all the shops are on, and our job well, our area to summon our ships and go out and get some kind of mission. So we're just going to walk through here, take a look at it. Graphics are pretty shitty. But over here we have two important pieces. We have seats and we have a window. They're very important, extremely important, because from here you can watch other people flying around in the universe. Look, there's a freelancer off in the distance taking off. Doesn't it give you a chill? Over here you have Garrity Defense. You can buy a number of different things here, mostly flight suits. This gentleman doesn't move or talk yet. 3.0, he will. Hopefully. You have flight suits, all different colors. They're pretty. Do a few missions, you could buy one. But you also have armor, which is a flight suit with armor. And other flight suits, of course, over here. Frame rate, pretty sucky if you ask me. But let's go out, let's go across to the other way and see what else we can do. Once we make some money, we can go to live fire weapons. Now here on Port Olisar, you'll get your ballistic weapons. I've already bought some, so I won't be able to do much here. I have my med packs. I have my P4AR ballistic rifle. Already have purchased this. Not so bad, right? Pretty cool. All different weapons. 1800 won't take you long to get that. And of course I need to get myself some ammo over here, so I'm going to try to find the perfect spot. There it is. I'm going to buy a few packages of ammo. Ammo is important because you run out of it really quickly with only 30 rounds in a clip and then firing in a realistic manner. You're going to want to do this often. It also teaches you to conserve your ammunition. Alright, somebody's coming in. We're going out. Let's go across. We could have gone across the other way too, but we're going to pass the job well, or summoning station, whatever you want to call it. And we're going to go across to Casaba, which you could also get to in Area 18. And over here you can find a selection of shoes, I'm in my spacesuit, so we're really not going to go and try these on. I just want those of you that haven't been here to know what's available on the space station itself. Shirts. A little bit of selection of jackets, hats, and of course pants. I'm going to go out this way, look at some even bigger windows where you could watch the PU. Look, there's a ship flying up there, flying off into the distance. See ya. And here's Dumper Depot, which is not open yet. Probably will be by the time, hopefully 3.0 or maybe 3.1 or 3.2 comes out. Buy, sell, trade. You'll be able to buy parts, sell your ship, buy a ship, hopefully at some point there. Mostly parts, scavenged parts. So we're going to bring up our Moby Glass, go to the scheduler, and look. Seems like everybody is an outlaw today because we could turn on all the arrays, which means people are turning them off. That means that we'll be able to make some money. Alright, let's go and pick one that's further away. Well, we'll do this when we're in the ship. Let's go summon a ship. Now, I don't have any Auroras, so we're going to go and we're going to look for my starter ship, which is the Mustang Beta. Alright, scroll down. There's my Beta. Maybe I do, yeah, I don't have an RSI, so we'll take the Beta. So you're going to request your ship. It tells you to go to DO1. You can look on the walls, find your, get your bearings. There's big signs like that one. Tells you where to go. There's the one over there on the left. So we're going to deck 1. We're going to pass by live fire weapons, and we're going to go out here. Now, if you do forget to have your spacesuit on at this point, you'll know by not seeing the graphic of the helmet. You can come over here and get a spacesuit on. Somehow your spacesuit magically appears there. And of course, there's the sign that tells you to make sure you have your spacesuit on. And let's get out. So, the Mustang Beta is your starter exploration ship made by Consolidated Outland. It's not an expensive ship. It's not a very inexpensive ship. It's just at the low end of the scale, but above the Aurora package. You could upgrade from your Aurora to it. One of the benefits of it, it has a sleeper cabin, and it's supposed to have increased sensors for detecting mining nodes or detecting jump points, different things like that. That's what a exploration ship is supposed to be. We're going to sit over here and play with the weapons, but it didn't actually work out. I was playing with the item system for a little bit, but I wasn't able to get the weapons on there I wanted, so I went with 4 M3As, which is a pretty decent loadout. I went right past the ladder, hit the F key. Now, all the animations for the Mustang are broken. You can see my gun stuck in my hand. I'm clipping through the roof. These are all things that will be reshot in the future. So we're getting inside here. Let's sit our butts down. And we're set. All right, let's wait for the items to synchronize. Oh, there must have been somebody out there looking for me. Alright, so we're going to pull ourselves out of the station just so nobody lands right on top of us. It's still very... I want to say it in a word. Right now it's Dodge City, just because people are trying to become outlaws to go to the new space station at Grimhex, and we will do that in the future. If you want to see a preview of it, it's inside my preview to 2.5 video. This is kind of what can you do here. So let's pick 730 right there, just like I said before. And let's point ourselves there. So we just want to get our bearings. It's not actually by the planet. We're going to turn ourselves over, lift ourselves up, and we'll find 730 just a little bit off to the left. Come on, left. And there it is right there. Put our nose on it and go. Now this first run is going to show you what LTI or insurance does. Then we'll jump into my Mustang Beta and make everything right. I had some keys messed up in this, and when I went to go and decouple, I actually turned on my Super Cruise and I crashed into something, or possibly didn't even turn on decouple and wound up just crashing into something. But here we are spawning pirates. And of course, he crashes right into the solar array and destroys himself. Gotta love those pirates. Here I go, slowing the ship down, trying to line up. Try to get some hits on this guy, starting to get some hits. Pull around. Got him back on. Going too fast, going too fast, going too fast, going too fast. And that's it. Alright, so that's about it. We got decapitated, killed, destroyed, and this can happen to you in the game. So let's go see what happens after we go through that wonderful mess. So you just come back outside. Maybe you want to grab yourself a nice little package of Big Bennies. You never know. Might make you feel better. And jump right back down to the job well and summon your ship. Now, I am not going to summon the beta back right now. I'm going to go for my Delta. It is not a starter ship. It is a more expensive ship, but it's not too different from the beta if you outfit the beta right. So right now I'd have to pay 3,800 or 3,700 UEC or wait the 6 minutes to get my ship back. Instead, I'm going to go for the Mustang Delta. Let's join us outside. Well, here she is, the Mustang Delta in all her glory, a militarized version of the Mustang line of space personal defense aircraft. Militias are buying this, and I think the UEE might buy a couple of them for special squadrons. I'm not sure if that lore is going to continue. One of the unique features of this is it comes with a couple of packages of dumbfire missiles, and a second feature, it has some kind of armor that's kind of stealthy. It reduces the radar or infrared signature or visual signature. One of those three things. Not sure how that's going to work inside the real game, but as of right now, that's what you got. So when you're looking at what to do in the PU right now, the bottom line is just to keep testing it and making sure that you're having fun while you're doing it. It doesn't mean you can't go and make fun for yourself in the game. There's a lot of space to fly around in. There's a lot of things to do. And one of the most fun, well, some of the most fun you could have is just by pretending that you are this person inside the universe. Like maybe you're a mercenary that just took on a job that's, you know, go out there, kill some pirates, fix some of the comm arrays, and figure out where they're coming from. Maybe it's not a single day that you do this. Maybe it's something that you keep coming back to, and then finally you say, you know what, screw it. Maybe I just need to be a outlaw for a little bit, find out where they're coming from, go find that wonderful place called Grimhex, and then, you know, go out to Corellia, go through the mission that they have there to turn you back into a law-abiding citizen. Essentially, you hack the computer to remove your status as a criminal. This is something that started to annoy me because I got at least 3 or 4 hits on this guy, and it didn't really register. And those hits were with the missile packs. Now, if you see the blinking lights that are up there that say inbound missile, there aren't really missiles coming in. There's probably 1 or 2. There's a bug right now where that got stuck on the screen. I thought it was going to be gone. Alright, so I think I'm in landing mode right now. Yes, I was. If you look, you can see that I was only going at 50 knots, or 50 meters a second, or 50 sectors a second, whatever MS means. Probably meters a second. You can see I got another hit on that guy with the 2 missiles. The dumbfire missiles, and didn't destroy him. I think they dumbed them down a little bit. Oh, look at that. Another hit. Well, I guess the Gladius is a super fighter now. I think it's right about this time that I realize I'm only going 50. And I take myself out of precision mode. There we go. Lock him up and start firing. And essentially just kill him with the CF-117s. Those Badgers are badass. So let's get up here. Oop, let's try not to hit this thing.
Shield at full strength.
And essentially do what you've probably seen over and over and over again, which is to go out and reset. think somebody just spawned in. That's what the that's normally what that means. But we're going to go in and we're going to reset the comm array. Now we're doing two things here. We're making ourselves 1,000 to 1,500 UEC, depending on if we're going to do this mission or the ICC missions. But when we're resetting these particular comm arrays, we're actually making it easier for those people that want to go the outlaw way of life because they have another comm array to shut down. Alright, so we slide down, have our gun stuck in our hand, of course, and we're just going to go up here. Ooh, we ejected out of there pretty quickly. I forgot about that. There is an issue sometimes in getting out of your ship. Alright, there we go. Now we're just going to go inside and reset this one. And these are good for 1,000 each, so, and they're pretty simple. If you want to make some UEC, get some clothes, get some weapons, you do a few of these, you can make 3,000, 4,000 in the course of maybe 30 minutes, 40 minutes. And you can go buy yourself a nice gun. Do it for a couple of hours, you'll be able to buy yourself a nice suit of armor. Okay, let's get back out of here. The whole game is just beautiful. And I know it's doing the same thing over and over again every day, but, you know, every day I have a different experience in the game, even though I'm doing it this way. I might take a different spacecraft. The other day, I was taking out my Avenger, which I haven't done in a really long time, and they've really upgraded that ship to the point where I actually think it's fun to fly again. You just have to change out the weaponry, and of course this is going to take me 3 times to get in. I keep getting ejected out of it. I'm going to fast forward to where I actually get back into it. There are some issues, some clipping issues, some issues with getting in and out of certain types of ships. They'll all be fixed after they fix the biggest bugs, which are crashes that are happening. So after messing around with this a few times, I actually got into the ship after figuring out that I really had to line myself up right. Of course, there's some clipping issues still. Point towards the front and go in here and I'll sit down. Alright, here we go.
System failure imminent. Shield charging.
Are we ready? Looks ready. Yeah, I'd say we're ready. And we're moving. Not so bad, right? It was a simple 1,000 to make. And now we're at 9210. We were at 8210 before this. So that was 1,000. So what else can you do? Well, this is the ICC Probe Assistance Mission. There's a really awesome mission if you want to take a while, and it's an investigation mission that you could do over at the Kovalex shipping hub. That's a whole video by itself that I will do probably in a live stream now that I've got my network and everything all tested and upgraded and working. I'll be able to stream. All I gotta do is have time. School and work. School and work. That's all I ever do is school and work. Alright, so we're heading out towards the ICC Probe. She's going to give us a mission. This is Tessa. Always wonder, how do they get into that station? There doesn't seem to be any landing pads. I hope that's something that they change in the future, that maybe to begin your exploration career, you come out to the ICC Probe, get a job out here, and now this is where you come to work. You take off out of Port Olisar, come out to ICC, go to work, get your missions, and then go out and look at what's going on. I didn't realize how horrible the frame rate was at the time. My guess is it's because I'm recording at the same time right now. Let's see. Alright. Lots of cool things over here. A lot of different parts and what looks like arrays that are on this particular station. Just showing it off to show you guys how awesome things are. And we are going to fly right through one of the rings over here and then go towards our destination. Now these missions are pretty straightforward. Fly out to Yeah, fly out in this direction. And see what's going on. So we get into the general vicinity, and you can see there's a little red light that's blinking over there. See the blinking light just to the left of the center of the screen, or just to the right of the speed indicator. Space speed? Airspeed? Space speed? Yeah, space speed. Alright, let's stop here. Let's get a little bit closer because this could take a very long time. As we move forward, you actually will spawn some pirates. And those pirates are there to keep you from finding out what really happened. So I've got a gimbal lock right now, gimbal locked, and we're going to take on these pirates over here and give them a little bit what's for. An M50. Oh, those little suckers are hard to hit. But thankfully the AI is stupid in the game right now, and ooh, we crashed into it and pretty much destroyed it. Okay. So maybe we're going to have a little bit of work to do on the ship. But there's a cutlass. It's a lot bigger. Should be able to take it out a lot quicker. Traditional pirate ship. I can't see the... Oh, and he bugged out. Or another guy took him out. So we have to find that red light, that red blinking light again. That's going to be our next task.
Shield at full strength.
You can see a green box out there, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. Okay, there it is. And now we're going to fly towards it. Now, I believe there was somebody else in the vicinity over here, but I think he was somebody that was blown up because he was no longer there. So we're going to see pop up on our heads-up display on our radar. I believe it's a core, a Reliant core. So let's get closer. You do want to be careful in these situations with everybody wanting to be an outlaw. You want to keep your head on the swivel, keep your eyes on your radar, and make sure that you don't get anybody that spawns in that is going to be a pinkish, orangish color. Those will be the people that are outlaws, and most likely they're going to be the people that are going to try to jump you and kill you. Okay, there is Sidre or Sidea. And we're getting closer and closer to this wonderful spot. And you've seen me do this in the past if you've watched my stream, but doing this for the new people. This is going to give us a little bit more money than doing the comm arrays, but it takes a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. You could actually burn through these in a very quick time. Probably in as little time as it takes you to do the missions. Oh, we are getting shitty frame rate as we get in. I forgot about that. So we blew through the shitty frame rate. Getting closer and closer, and you can see that beacon. You can actually hear the beacon and figure out which way it is. There's the Reliant over there. We're just going to pull in a little bit. The Mustang's a really small and agile fighter. And it fits into tight spaces. Hoping it fits into a lot of ships too. God, could you imagine a Caterpillar with a module that had a Mustang in it? Wow. Oh, we tried to get out. We didn't.
Shield charging.
We're going to try that maneuver one more time. Let's turn around. And get out. And slide down. Okay, good. And here we are just trying to get our bearings. If you listen, if I just stopped and listened, I'd hear where the beeping was coming from. The beeping is actually coming from below me. If you remember, I stopped. There it is. So you go towards the beacon, and what you'll find is a box floating in space. And that box will be the black box. You'll be siphoning the information from it. And you'll begin to start listening to the voice recording of the last moments of this vessel's existence before it was turned into this debris field.
Those who find this,
That's what you get. And if you look, I think we just got 2,500 UEC. So we made a lot of money off this one. A lot of cash. And now I'm disoriented. I should have just looked straight up. There's my ship. Let's go back towards it. And this time I know how to get back on my ship, how to board it again. So we're going to try to line ourselves up correctly. Now this light is coming from me right now. I have my lights on. Or possibly not. Nope, I can't produce that much light. Go right for here. And we get on our ladder. I would suggest if you go into an area like this and people are out, you always have your gun out. Oh, that was my big gun. Here we go. We're ready to go. So now, you've done a couple of missions, you realize that there's pirates. Maybe the next thing you want to do is just go hunt pirates. Well, there's some good things and some bad things about hunting pirates. The good things are, it really does start to hone your combat skills against NPCs. The only way you're going to hone in your combat skills against real players is an arena commander or inside the PU doing some other, trying to get into a fray with another player. That might happen. Usually happens around Corellia, but these days I bet you it's happening a lot more around Grimhex. But honing your skills against NPCs might be a good thing since it's who you're going to be fighting in Squadron 42 in the future. And most of us, I know, are waiting for that game. Alright, we got 11,170. That's pretty good. I just wish they gave you a little bit of credit for the pirates that you kill. And of course, you don't hit them. Pull back over. And I'm not using decoupled mode because I have the keys messed up and I didn't want to stop and redo my keys. My decouple key is also the V key for putting it into Super Cruise, so it really does bad things. There we go, we got that guy. I think I'm going to try to get this guy, but somebody else might. So you get no points, no nothing for killing this guy, no money or anything. So we got him. And we come back around. Third kill of the day. We killed it. Let's see, now the hardest ship in the game to kill. The Aurora, which likes to hit you, as you see. But we didn't blow up. Must have had full shields at the time, but he is hurt. I think he's just going to bug out on me. Did we hit him? Yeah, we killed him. So we got 4 kills. Not bad. So now what are we going to do? Let's go back to the ICC Probe just so we can get another mission from Tessa, but we're not going to run that mission. If we did, we'd make a lot of money from it. But what I want to do is I want to bring you to the land of pirates. I want to bring you to Yella. We're not going to go and find Grimhex. We will do that in a completely different episode when I show you how to be an outlaw. But in this episode, what we're going to do is we're just going to go hunt pirates. That's it. That's all you want to do is hunt pirates and find things. So it's a way for you role players to make your mark inside the game. So what we're going to do is we're going to head towards the ICC Probe. And when we get there, come on.
Quantum travel complete.
We're going to turn our sights on Yella. Just hit the B key. And go find Yella. There it is up there. And we're going to go and jump to Yella. Yella is one of the many moons that will be in 3.0. But it's the only moon that we have right now in 2.5. And here we are. And if you look outside, you're going to see a bunch of clusters of asteroids. And a lot of those clusters of asteroids, there's asteroids everywhere. So what I'm telling you to look for is the ones that have the slight haze around it, and just fly towards them. Alright, so we're going to jump to what happens when you fly towards it. So as you approach the cluster of asteroids that have the haze around it, you're going to start to see green lights inside of it. Those are boxes that you could actually explore and find cool things in. But right here, whenever you get into these areas, you're always going to have some pirates that spawn. So be ready to fight. And because there's so much more space inside Yella, you usually don't have to fight other people in this area. Of course, we take this guy out real quick. Or quickly. And this guy's already fired some missiles at us, so we're going to launch some flares, try to evade him. We evaded the missile, but we're going to get that bug again where the inbound missile just stays on our screen. We've zoomed in just a couple of seconds there. We want to zoom out because we're very close to an asteroid. We want to make sure we're using all 6 degrees of... There we go. 6 degrees of movement. So don't just turn like an aircraft like I'm doing. Try to decouple. Like I said, I didn't decouple in this one. Ooh, we got him. Alright, good. Alright, now what we want to do is we want to find that green box. So we're going to jump ahead to that because I think this could go a very long time. When you find these green boxes, they're usually the victims of the pirates that you just had to kill. And they'll usually be small to large debris fields. This one's a large one, so there's a number of boxes out here. So again, you exit your ship, and you go out and look. And that's the big thing that you get to do here. But sometimes you find some unique stuff. So let's go see, with another jump to the future, what we might have found in this one. And the first one, we're getting close to it over here. Very quickly, I found that this might have been the recreational or maybe the cafeteria, the mess hall of the area, because the only box that was left here had a bunch of Big Benny's food in it, and you couldn't take any, or not that I know that you could take it. So really unable to get any of the stuff out of this box. So let's move on to the next box. Pretty cool, though. Love the fact that they're throwing that Big Benny stuff in there. Should have taken my Reliant Core out here, taken these boxes, and put them inside there. Yeah, but the box is open, and, you know, physics would say that those boxes would come out of there, right? All right, let's go to the next one. At this point, I'd been playing for quite some time, and I went through a couple more boxes, but this one was an important box. And what it gave me, which isn't going to stay persistent, but might in the future, it gave me an energy-based sniper rifle. Pretty cool. I'm not sure, there it is, sniper rifle, pretty awesome. I'm not sure if I didn't get to keep it because the game crashed soon after this, or if I didn't get to keep it because the things that you find in these boxes are not persistent at this point. In the future, I believe that they probably will be, because you're going to be able to bring them back to those different dealers and sell them back at a reduced cost, of course, but to make some extra money. So doing things like this, these exploration missions inside Yella, will probably be expanded across all the different places inside of the next version of the game, but most likely will give you the items to keep and sell back, but right now you can't. And this box was yet another weapon. It was a ballistic rifle, which I already own. So it did not let me take it. And this is where I started to realize that it was probably... It's probably because there's no mechanic in here for selling things back that they're not letting you take it. But we did find this rifle in here, which is pretty cool. Alright. So let's get back into our ship and talk it out. So while this particular video was mostly focused at the people that are just coming back into the game that have been away for a very long time, you could also focus it at the people that have been here for a while. And why am I saying that? And it's because the people that have been here for a while keep on saying it's the same thing over and over again every day without any difference. But is that any different from some of the bigger and better games out there like Call of Duty or World of Tanks or Armored Warfare or World of Warships, where you do the same thing over and over again? Maybe because you see XP and ships and different things that you get, or tanks, or, you know, rifles, or you level things up in those games, you feel like you're accomplishing something. But this game at this point is still in alpha, and you can have fun. You just have to have more of an imagination. Give yourself a roleplay mission to do. Make it up yourself. You don't need CIG to put somebody over there and tell you go here, go there, do this, do that. You can just do it yourself. My favorite thing to do in the game right now is just to pick a ship and go out and fly. Maybe I fix a couple of comma rays, maybe I go do a couple of ICC missions. One day I just flew completely around this moon, just stopping off at each one of the different foggy asteroid clusters and killing the pirates, and pretending I was a mercenary hired by the Port Olisar security forces to keep clear of pirates the asteroid field because people were disappearing. Make it work for you, and if it doesn't, it's no worry. You'll be back in the game when CIG is giving you that same mission with a video and a person and money that you get to keep. One thing I think that CIG could do to make it a little bit more fun for people is to keep like a kill board of how many times you've died in the verse and how many pirates that you've killed in the verse, and maybe give you 100, 200, 500 credit bounty, 500 UEC bounty for every one of the pirates that you kill. That would be pretty awesome, because then it would give you a new thing that you can do, and it would also give you something that you can try to move yourself up on each week, which would be the kill board, and put the kill board for the people that are over in Grimhex, put it up in a central area over there, and talk about how many of the security forces you've killed, and on the other side talk about how many people you've killed in the verse. You know, how many, well, not how many people, how many pirates you've killed. I think all these would be great. As you can see, I got disconnected from the server. I think they reset the server at that point. Expect this to happen again. The game is in alpha. But there are going to be some pretty fun things that you could do in the game in the future. Sorry about the way this ended, folks, in a black screen. I'll try to put something here. Yeah, I will put something here. But this is what you could do in the game at this point. Next one, I'm going to look at one of the other ships that was just released. We just took out ships that weren't. Let's look at the Reliant Core and see what it's about and what you can do. And then we'll maybe use the Reliant Core if I could live through flying it, and go over to Grimhex and show that off. Well, for those of you that have stuck around and watch my videos all the time, thank you very much. Don't forget, patreon.com/batgirl is a place where you could support the show. If you don't want to support the show on a per show basis, you could support it on a per monthly basis by going to patreon.com/fantasyrole. Fantasy Role is spelled FANTASYROLE. And you could do it on a monthly basis. Give them $1 a month, $2 a month, whatever you feel you want to keep the show going. For those of you that are new here, subscribe. Watch the videos, and from time to time, you get to watch me talk to Ben. And Ben is always giving us some great answers to our questions about where the game is going. And with that said, folks, you all be safe out there, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.